Almost a reality check because we were on a bit of a run at that time, weren't we?
That time that's
Yeah, I'd certainly say so. It's not like it's an unknown entity like most of the teams in this division anymore, is it?
No, that's the truth. But
Good afternoon and welcome to today's coverage of the Pitching In Northern Premier League, live from Stainton Park as Radcliffe take on Marine. It's another big test for Marine today against a fellow playoff contender after a late goal from ex-Mariner Keelan Adams confirmed a 1-1 draw with Ashton United last time out. But today's opposition, Radcliffe, have been in fine form, having won their previous 2 games and are unbeaten in 5. Calling the action for you today is me, Luke Feather, and I'm joined by Adam Tiffin. How do you see this one going today, Adam?
I think it'll be a tough one. Good afternoon to everyone who's listening. It's going to be quite a rough game and a scrappy game by the looks of the pitch. It's a bit soft when we were out in the middle, and I think the new number 9, Bunny, who of course can play across the pitch, will probably have a key role to play with his height and size, and then hopefully Solomon can work off him. But I think it'll be a good game. It's been a competitive game in the last few meetings, so let's see how it goes.
Of course, this is the 4th meeting between these two sides this season. A win, a loss and a draw so far. The players are out on the pitch, so we'll run through today's lineup, starting with the home side, Radcliffe. In all blue today, it's number 1, Tom Stewart. Number 2, Michael Brewster. Number 3, Connor O'Brien. Number 4, Luke Joyce. Number 5, Rick Smith. Number 6, Ollie Thornley. Number 7, Matthew Grivosti. Number 8, Nicky Adams, the captain today. Number 9, Joe Piggott. Number 10, Jude Oyebo. Number 11, Jake Thompson. And on the bench for Radcliffe, it's number 12, Luca Navarro. Number 14, George Mercer. Number 15, Ewan Bange. Number 16, Jack Evans. And number 17, Steve Carter. Your Mariners this afternoon. In goal, it's the new signing. Number 1, Liam Isherwood. Number 2, Josh Solomon Davis. Number 3, Sean Smith. Number 4, Jordan Lussey. Number 5, a skipper, Joshua Wardle. Number 6, Johnny Spittle. Number 7, Mo Torre. Number 8, Charlie Doyle. Number 9, Joe Bunny. Number 10, Sol Solomon. And number 11, Andrew Scarisbrick. On the bench for Marine, number 12, Luke Clark. Number 14, Lucas Weir. Number 15, James Barragan. Number 16, Alex Doyle. And number 17, dropping to the bench, is Lewis Earle. So just for one change for Marine this afternoon, the new 2 changes, sorry. Liam Isherwood comes in for the injured Bailey Passon, and Joe Bunny comes in for Lewis Earle. As you mentioned there, Adam, it's an interesting one for Joe Bunny. When he was signed, it was we were made aware straight away that he's a very versatile player. He's played as a centre-back this season. He's played at right-back, at left wing, but with a number 9 shirt on his back, we expect him to start as a centre-forward today in a 3-man attack with Solomon and Torre. So how do you see that front 3 lining up, Adam?
You've got 4 very good attacking players in Solomon, Scarisbrick. Bunny, obviously, we're yet to see how good he is, but he's wearing the number 9. You expect him to be playing through the middle. And Mo Torre as well. So whether Scarisbrick maybe plays a bit further back today and play more front 3, or whether we go to a more traditional 4-4-2, I think either could be used, and we could probably move between them as the game goes on.
The other new signing, Liam Isherwood, starting in goal in the absence of Bailey Passon, ending a run of 39 league games in a row for the goalkeeper. Injured his hand in a non-footballing incident. So intriguing to see how the new man, Liam Isherwood, starts for Marine, who get us underway here at Stainton Park. Marine in their usual strip of white, black, black. The home side, Radcliffe, in all blue. Radcliffe to get us back underway after early throw-in is conceded by Jordan Lussey. Cleared away by Joyce at the back there for Radcliffe. Here's Solomon Davis looking to head the ball on, but Oyebo has a bit of space to run into down the left wing. Solomon Davis for company. Torre looking to join. Connor O'Brien tried the first time ball down the line, runs all the way through to Isherwood. His first involvement of the afternoon. Long ball forward from Isherwood, on loan from Accrington Stanley for the month. Long ball looking for Bunny, but has headed away. Torre might be able to hold it up now. Looking for Scarisbrick with the layoff. It's cleared out for a Marine throw-in. It is in Jordan Lussey territory. And we know what he can conjure up from these sort of situations. The centre-backs have made their way forward. In towards the near post from Lussey. Might just fall for Charlie Doyle on the edge of the box. Back out wide to Lussey. Fakes the cross and then gets the ball in eventually. It's headed away. Thompson might be able to pick it up now for Radcliffe. Looks down the right wing for a teammate, but there was none in attendance. Out for a Marine throw-in. Smith to take in a left-back position. Launch down the line looking for Bunny. He holds it up well, but it's nicked off him by Joyce and then cleared away by Brewster. Last touch off of a Radcliffe man, and it will be a Marine throw-in. Once again from Smith, looking for Bunny. Back to Smith. Nicked off his toe and cleared away. Charlie Doyle might be able to get a foot in there, but Thompson clears away for Borough. Isherwood didn't want to come out of his box for that one. It's cleared away by Spittle. There's Adams in the middle of the pitch, spreads it wide to O'Brien. Further wide now to Oyibo. Solomon Davis in attendance, nicks it off him, and here's Torre. Turns in the centre of the pitch, away from Oyibo. Referee originally waited to play on, but then pulled it back.
It looks like Torre's taken up quite a wide position on that right-hand side. So maybe it is going to be more of that 4-4-2. Or maybe he's just, when in that defensive shape, he's dropping a bit deeper. Didn't really see where Solomon was lining up on the left, whether he's playing a bit narrower or adopting the same sort of position.
Speaking of Solomon, here's the man over the free kick from a deep crossing position in towards the back post. Wardle beaten to it. It's headed away and Wardle's penalised. Will be a free kick inside the penalty area for Radcliffe. Has stayed down the Radcliffe man. Just back to his feet now. Looks like he will be okay to continue. So the goalkeeper, Tom Stewart, in his green and purple kit, launches it forward. Headed on by Piggott, but Wardle clears. Up towards Bunny, who can give chase. Thornley sweeps up back to the goalkeeper, who had to rush, but didn't manage to get it away. Wardle heads it forward again and away by Smith. Here's Thompson now with his back to goal. Lays it back for Brewster. Looks to play a quick ball forward, headed away by Spittle. Out wide now from Adams. Brewster will give chase. Ball into the box is cleared away by Wardle. So it will be a throw-in for the home side. Of course, I've got a full fixture list in the Northern Premier League this afternoon. We'll keep you updated on any goals as they go in across the Northern Premier League. Ball into the box. It's headed by Piggott. It might just fall for Piggott again. Knees it up and good block from Solomon Davis onto his left foot. Blocked again by Solomon Davis. Good defending from the right back there, Adam.
Yeah, really good defending there. Got his body on the line. It was really actually smart play between the number 9 and number 10 for Radcliffe. Just taking their time, not rushing anything, trying to get the best shot they can. They did eventually, but Solomon Davies just got in a good position to stop the attempt.
Slight warning sign there for Marine. Joe Piggott, the number 9, found a little bit too much space in the area that Neil Young would be happy with. Quick throw in into Gravotsky. Back to Adams in the centre of the pitch. Spreads it wide to O'Brien. He's got Oyibo company. Goes all the way, O'Brien. Gets to the byline. His cross is headed away by Spittle. Cleared on by Doyle. Up towards Bunny, who will chase his own flick on. But Tom Stewart will come and take ownership of this one and might just be able to watch it out, and does for a goal kick.
Yeah, they seem to be getting down our wings quite easily. Obviously in the conditions that we're playing in terms of the pitch, it's probably not going to be the easiest game to be moving the ball quickly through the middle of the park. So those balls over the top, those diagonal balls, are going to be ones that Sean Smith and Solomon Davies are going to have to look out for. It looks like they might be targeting Smith for these balls over the top just because of his size against the number 11.
The goal kick to get us back underway with Tom Stewart. And again, he's up towards Sean Smith, but it's headed away by Charlie Doyle. Picked up again by Radcliffe man. It's Joyce on the ball. Brewster tries to play a quick ball forward, but it's intercepted by Lussey, who tries to play a through ball of his own up towards Bunny. Doesn't look like Bunny's that sort of player, but wants to chase onto these balls. It's cleared away and it's picked up in the centre by Scarisbrick. Doyle back to Scarisbrick again. It rebounds back off the face of Smith. Cleared away. Good strong challenge in there from Spittle. Wins his side a free kick in the centre circle. Reminded to get your comments in as the game goes on. Let us know your thoughts on the match. And let us know where you're listening from as well. I had someone say before the match that they were listening to the last game in Thailand. One free kick out towards Solomon Davis. It's a poor touch and it's a chance for Thompson to drive forward. Looks for the run of Ebo. But Lussey is equal to it. All back to Isherwood, not the best clearance. But Lussey not quite able to take it down. Just skidded off his boot out for a throw-in.
Yeah, not a good one to settle the confidence. That did take a little bit of a bobble. You can see exactly where he's tried to kick it from. There is a bit of worn and weathered pitch. But, yeah, it's not one you're going to want to start the game off with, especially for a keeper.
Quick throw-in from O'Brien. Gets it back off of Gravoski. Might just try his luck from a long way out. Good blocking there from Wardle. Down by the corner flag now. And it will be a throw-in for Radcliffe. It's a little bit of a blind spot, so apologies if this isn't the best coverage of the next few seconds.
I can sort of see.
Throw-in back to Gravoski. Back to O'Brien now. Can whip a ball into the box. It's a good ball. The linesman's flag is up. Daniel Woodyard on the side, the man with the flag in his hand.
Yeah, I think for all the coverage over in this right-hand corner, I think I might have to take up the duties as main commentator.
So a free kick for the Mariners after that offside against Connor O'Brien. He's looking dangerous down this left-hand side for Borough so far. Long ball up from Isherwood. Headed away by Smith, and Gravosti and Lussey go up for it. Torre will give chase, but can't catch on to the end of that one. Out for a throw-in a left-back position for the home side. O'Brien, the man with the ball in his hand. Ball down the line looking for Ebo. It's Bunny though. Back to Charlie Doyle. Might just be able to slide it through to Scarisbrick. Tries to get the ball across the box. Intercepted well. And cleared away. It's a great ball up towards Ebo. He's one-on-one with Johnny Spittle. Spittle's going to try and send him wide. Just tries to chop back, but loses footing. Spittle can come away with it. And here's Motore now. Can he drive forward into the feet of Charlie Doyle? Solomon's made a run down the left-hand side. Smith can find him now, and here's Solomon. His first chance to take on his man. Good challenge in there from Brewster, and it runs out for a throw-in. Sean Smith just inside his own half, the man with the ball in his hand. Gets it back and plays it up towards Joe Bunny. Good control from Bunny. And it's a free kick for Radcliffe. Referee Ashley Royston not happy with that challenge from Bunny, the new man.
Yeah, he's looked lively so far. He's looked to get on the ball. For someone of his size, you wouldn't expect him to be, wanting to necessarily receive the ball to feet. You maybe expect him to see him backing into the defender a bit more. But he's looked to be getting involved in the interplay, which is good to see.
Long ball up from Brewster is dealt with by Wardle, but here's Thompson looking to attack down the right wing for Radcliffe. He's got past Smith. He's got the ball into the box. It's intercepted by Lucy and then played behind for a corner by Wardle. First corner of the afternoon goes Radcliffe's way.
Yeah, more work down the wings from Radcliffe again. I think it's something that we're going to have to address as the game goes on, because they are getting in behind with some ease, not relative ease, but you know that's where they're mainly creating chances. So maybe we're going to have to adjust formations a bit more, maybe just to give Smith a bit of help down that left-hand side.
First corner of the game goes the way of Radcliffe. It'll be taken from their right-hand side. It's for Captain Nicky Adams, placing the ball in a very muddy corner just in front of us. In towards the centre. Brewster was the closest to it. Just went over him. Grivosti has it nicked off him by Scarisbrick, who's got space ahead of him to run into now. He's released Solomon down the right wing. Grivosti stays with him. Solomon back into the centre looking for Scarisbrick. Might just fall for him. Here's Bunny, sent a little bit further wide than he would want. Tries to get the cross in. Blocked behind for a Marine corner.
Great work from Scarisbrick there. He's just showing that tenacity that he's got about him to win the ball back, nick it off his man, drive the ball, realised that Solomon was with him and he probably wasn't going to be able to beat his man, just held up, stopped his defender. Solomon made the run down the right, kept going, and eventually came over to Bunny on the left-hand side, who would have done well to create a chance from there. But corner for us, it's good signs.
12.5 minutes played, still goalless here at Stainton Park. First corner for Marine. Solomon to take the in-swinger from the left-hand side. It's a good one in towards the centre, and the angle from where we're sat is beating him in. It's actually gone out for a goal kick. Not the best delivery in the end from Solomon there. Tom Stewart, Radcliffe goalkeeper, ready to get us back underway with his latest goal kick. If you are just joining us, we are still goalless. No major chances to tell you about so far. The closest was Joe Piggott, controlled and shot from inside the penalty area, but closed down quickly by the Marine right back Solomon Davis. Sorry. Not the best goal kick from Stewart, straight out for a Marine throw in that right back position. And it will be Solomon Davis to take. Looking for a couple of options down his line. It's just a slight break in players. The referee allows Scarisbrick a bit of time to tie his shoelace. Torre is an option down the line. Charlie Doyle has offered his services too. Solomon Davis has ignored them both. Into the feet now of Torre. Here's Solomon Davis. Back to Torre, looks to turn. Square ball, looking for Lucy. It's not the best ball across to Lucy, but manages to make something of it before Smith clears the danger. Scarisbrick might be able to latch onto the end of that. Good defending by Connor O'Brien. Out for a goal kick. And whereas we were. News of a couple of goals in the Northern Premier League. Liversedge 0, Belper Town 1. Nantwich Town 0, Atherton Collieries 1. The only 2 goals so far. As I said that, another goal's gone in at Marske United, who are a goal down to Guiseley. So Marine still looking to mount a charge for the playoffs. A sticky run of form sees them sit 19th in the form table in the Northern Premier League. Those 3 losses on the bounce, done nothing for their playoff chances, but they're still within touching distance. As it stands, 3 points off the pace. Gainsborough Trinity and Radcliffe are both on 43 points. Marine currently on 40. And Marine would go above Radcliffe with a win today due to their superior goal difference. Into the box from Sean Smith, looking for Wardle, but his header is tame into the hands of the goalkeeper. A ball down the line from Adams, looking for Piggott. Thompson might be able to keep it alive. Sean Smith's a favourite to watch it out, and he does, out for Liam Isherwood goal kick. About a quarter of an hour played, Adam. What's your thoughts on the opening procedures?
Scrappy is the word I'd use. I think it's going to be like that the whole game. It's going to be a game of moments, really, and sort of who can almost sticking it longer. That's what you want really as an away team coming to a place like this. You want to just make sure you're in and around at least a point, if not 3 points, for the whole game, or as long as the game as possible. But yeah, it's going to be a tough watch, I think.
Ball now at the feet of Bunny, looks to spread it wide to Solomon, but Bunny gets it back after his original cross ball was blocked. Ball bounces back to Spittle, looks to play it quickly into the feet of Scarisbrick, picked up by Adams. Good challenge in there from Doyle. And away now from Smith, looking to play it through the centre of the Marine defence, dealt with by Wardle, giving Isherwood a little bit of work to do. Slices his clearance out for a throw-in. Wardle having a couple of words with Isherwood, not happy with his original positioning.
Yeah, I think that's just a bit of a sign of maybe a more inexperienced goalkeeper, where, you know, maybe a more experienced goalkeeper comes off his line early, collects the ball instead of Wardle, basically made the pass back to him inside the box.
Throw taken into Gravisti, cleared away by Spittle. Charlie Doyle will look to keep it alive, but I think Joyce is the favourite to watch it out of play. Eventually does so. Gravisti is down the line in a little bit of space, but he takes it back to Thornley. Crossfield ball cut out by Smith and cleared away. Here's Nicky Adams. And here's Smith picking it up for Marine again, looking to release Solomon down the left wing. But Rick Smith, the favourite for that one, just about squeezes away from Solomon. But Solomon's not giving up on that one. It's good pressing from the forward. Here's Lucy, back to Sean Smith now for Marine. Lucy looking to play a diagonal over towards Torre, who started to make a run, but not enough angle on the ball. Runs through to Tom Stewart.
Marine are going to have to be really careful with the balls over the top here because of the slope of the pitch. Every ball over the top in this half is just running away from our players. So they need to really just try to get a bit more backspin underneath the ball, just to hold it in the air a bit longer, give the attackers a bit more chance of getting onto the end of these crosses.
Long ball forward up towards Ayibo from Stewart. As O'Brien tries to play the ball quickly into Piggott, cleared away by Spittle. Bunny gives chase, but it started his run in an offside position. And Drew Dutton, this time with his flag up. Free kick's taken quickly out to Thornley. Square ball to his centre-back partner, Smith. Tries to play a diagonal into Bunny, but now here's Solomon looking to charge a counter-attack. Charlie Doyle now. Into the feet of Scarisbrick. He might just fall for Bunny. Tries his luck. First shot on target for Marine. But it's comfortable pickings for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, for someone of his size, he looks quite comfortable, you know, turning with the ball there. I mean, the shot obviously was hit well, but straight down the keeper's throat is one you'd definitely expect him to save. But he looks quite nimble, especially for somebody who's played centre-back.
I think that stumped us both, Adam, when we saw that Bunny had the number 9 shirt in the lineup. As you say, as we've mentioned before, he's a very, very versatile player. He's played left wing, right back, centre back, you name it, he's played there. As Jordan Lucy picks it up in the centre of the pitch for Marine now. Into the feet of Torre, but it's just cut out there. O'Brien nips in ahead of him. Good charge forward. Good tackle there from Spittle to spare Torre's blushes. Tries for diagonal out towards Solomon, but not enough accuracy on that one. It's out for a throw-in. Throw taken by Brewster, back to the goalkeeper Stewart. Trying that long ball up to Piggott. Spittle just about wins that one. And Wardle this time can head it away. Torre now is shoved in the back there. And he's stayed down. The referee should stop the game, but it's Scarisbrick looking to charge forward now. Ball in behind for Bunny, who's in a wide right position. Torre's back to his feet now. Ball's nicked off him there by Thornley. Now Radcliffe come again. A very competitive game in this opening 20 minutes. Still goalless. Long ball forward looking for Piggott. It's cleared away by Spittle. Here's Torre now on the halfway line. Darting into the centre of the pitch. Into Solomon. Wide now with Doyle. Here's Solomon Davis. Ball across to skipper Josh Wardle. Looking to step forward. Looking for the run of Smith, but Solomon's dropped deep to get involved. Great long diagonal over towards Torre, who was in an offside position, according to the linesman.
Yeah, I'd like to see Smith or Solomon come inside there. They're both down that left-hand side, but they're both on the byline. Neither of them, they're both parallel with each other. So when Spittle or Wardle are trying to pass into them, it's easy for Radcliffe to cut off those passing options, whereas if one of them just made the run inside, dragging the players across, create a bit more option for the defenders to find them.
Tom Stewart will be the man to take this free kick in a left-back position for Radcliffe. Just for one shot on target in the game so far, coming from Joe Bunny, the new Marine man. Tom Stewart, not for the first time this afternoon, has conceded a throw-in with one of his free kicks. Something that he'll be looking to improve on as the game goes on.
Not strong wins either, so it's definitely something that's bugging him at the moment, whether it's just mental demons or whether he's got a slight issue.
Slight concern for Radcliffe manager Bobby Grant, as Bunny looks to charge forward once again with pace and power, but it's nicked off him. But it might just fall out wide now for Solomon. Can he get it onto his right foot? Just about manages to get it back. About 20 yards from goal now. Runs into trouble in the end, picked up by Charlie Doyle. It's Sean Smith. And the referee halts the game as Michael Brewster has gone down inside his own penalty area. Quarter of the way through the match. Still goalless here at Staten Park. Brewster back to his feet eventually. I'm not sure what that free kick's been given for, but it will be a free kick inside the Radcliffe penalty area. Better this time from Stewart, looking for Piggott. Piggott wins for flick on, looking wide for Jake Thompson, but it's cleared away by Sean Smith. Thompson will get it back though, heads it into the centre for Piggott. Doesn't quite fall for Gravisky. Nicked off him by Lussey, wasteful with his ball up to Bunny. Here's Adams for the home side. Back to Thornley. Tries the long diagonal over towards Thompson again. Can't quite spin Sean Smith, and it's out for a Marine throw-in.
I'd like to see Lussey when he gets the ball in that position. He's got the back four in front of him and he's got space to drive into. Instead of trying the ball to Bunny, which would be hard to pull off, especially down this slope, you've got to really weight it nicely. I'd rather him just try and drive with the ball. I know the pitch is a bit wobbly. It's not, it's not like the Marine Travel Arena, it's absolute carpet. But, I just wanted to be a bit more aggressive in those situations rather than just trying to find Bunny.
Throw in now for Brewster to take for Radcliffe. Here's Charlie Doyle, 25 yards from his own goal. Just about gets away with it. Scarisbrick can turn up towards Bunny. Looking for runs ahead of him. Good turn, Bunny. Square ball to Spittle. Spittle looks to spread the play out wide to Solomon Davis. Great ball. Can he charge into the box? He can. Good cross. Across goal. Picked up at the back post by Solomon. Stumbles as he controls it, but he does manage to win a corner.
Brilliant ball from Spittle there to find Solomon Davies. Drove down the right hand side. And that's just one of the slight issues that comes from when you've got a striker who can and will drop into spaces to receive the ball that he just wasn't up with playing time. I don't think he'll be beating Solomon Davies in a foot race, so it would be hard to catch up with him there, but corner for us and it's promising signs.
Solomon hoping for a better delivery on this corner. Sean Smith's offered his services, but it's into the centre from Solomon. It's actually flicked over by a Radcliffe man. Would have been a brilliant header if it was at the other end of the pitch, but over for another corner. A big goal at the top of the Northern Premier League as Hyde United are a goal down to Warrington Rylands. Another in that chasing pack looking for a playoff spot. Solomon gets another dig at the corner. Good ball in towards the near post. It's flicked on and it's a goal. It's Josh Wardle, the Marine captain, with his second goal of the season. It's a fantastic ball into the near post from Sol Solomon. Flicked on. And Tom Stewart couldn't react in time to keep Josh Wardle out. It's Radcliffe 0, Marine 1.
It's a brilliant ball in from Solomon to find Wardle at the front post. It's one of those ones where unless you've got someone the size of the keeper or even Wardle at that front post, they're going to really struggle to keep that out. Just with the angle and the pace the ball's put in at, Wardle just needed to get a touch on it to direct it towards that front post. Great ball, great header, 1-0 Marine.
It's all on the run into the near post there from Josh Wardle. It's a good ball, whipped in with pace from Solomon. But once Wardle had made that run, he'd lost his man in at the near post. It was definitely going to end up in the back of the net. 26 minutes played, Marine lead. Scarisbrick looking to spark something now for Marine. They smell blood. It's taken down inside his own, just on the halfway line by Rick Smith. Rick Smith not too pleased with that decision, but I think he will escape a booking. So free kick Marine's way in a left back position inside the Radcliffe half. Solomon is given a wide option, but Sean Smith stood over the ball. Centre halves, the obvious target, as well as Joe Bunny. Ball in towards the back post, looking for Wardle, the goal scorer. Cleared away by Adams. And here's Aibo looking to spark something down the Radcliffe left. He cuts back onto his right foot. Lucy's holding him up into the penalty area now. Tries his luck, just skidded as he struck it. Lost his footing, cleared away by Solomon Davis. Here's Joyce in the centre of the pitch for Radcliffe. Back to Thornley. Into Adams and springs it to Smith. Here's Joyce once more. Just enjoying a spell of possession along their own defence. Marine will be happy with that if they keep the ball out there, but it's wide now with O'Brien looking to take Torre on. O'Brien still goes with it. Solomon Davis coming across now to stop him. And in the end, they managed to stop the cross from coming in. It's out for a corner. Good run from O'Brien there.
Yeah, definitely. And he's done well. He's obviously a slenderer player when you compare him to Torre, but he's managed to fend him off and Solomon Davies to win the corner and get to the byline. Not sure who's going to take it here.
It's Nicky Adams to swing a ball into the box. It's a good delivery. It's actually flicked on by Doyle. Vital touch there from Bunny before it landed at the foot of Rick Smith. But Smith can whip it back in again. Headed away by Wardle. Back in there. Cleared off the line by Lucy. And then further away by Bunny doing his defensive duties inside his own box. Here's Aibo once more though. Looks to spread it wide to Thompson, but Smith steps in, intercepts. Into Torre now. Has it nicked off him? Now here's Rick Smith all the way back to Joyce. Adams looking for a run ahead of him. Aibo is giving him one out wide. Joyce now spreads it to O'Brien. Grivosty now out wide for Radcliffe. O'Brien, one of the shining lights on the pitch so far in this opening half an hour. Conor O'Brien runs out of room in the end there. Solomon Davis is not going to collect the ball, which is eventually picked up by Piggott.
Just to go back to that corner there, some brilliant defensive work. Firstly, from Wardle, a few key headers there to clear the ball. And the second one from Bunny at the back post, just to nod it on to take it away from the Radcliffe man at the back post. Then Lucy getting in at the back post when the ball got put back in to clear off the line. It just shows the intensity these lads plays at, and it was really good effort.
Throw in a few yards up the pitch for Solomon Davis to take. Half an hour played here at Staton Park. Radcliffe 0, Marine 1. Josh Wardle with the goal from the Sol Solomon corner. It's another throw in after that one, but it's the way of Radcliffe this time. It's going to be taken by O'Brien. to Joyce. And Thornley now, all the way back to the goalkeeper, Tom Stewart. Got a little bit of time to play the ball long, looking for Thompson. Doesn't quite take it down. Solomon in there to get a toe in and put it out for a throw in. Brewster to take into the chest of Pigott. Back to Brewster now. And Nicky Adams turns away from Scarisbrick. Square ball to Joyce. So we look to recycle the ball now. Out wide to O'Brien. He's got Ayibo down the line. Last touch came off of Solomon Davis. And it's a throw in for O'Brien. Ayibo looking to make an option. Looking down the line for Gravisti. Almost skips away from Lucy on the byline, but Lucy gets the toe in, out for a corner. It's going to be Nicky Adams once more to take, as he has done throughout the match. Very crowded 6-yard box. Couple of centre halves in there. Back post run from Rick Smith, but it's headed away by Bunny. Back in from Ayibo. Doyle and then Solomon can clear up towards Torre. Can't quite control. Is Joyce. Good back pass all the way back to Tom Stewart now. Long ball forward from Stewart, looking for Thompson. Smith misses it, and the ref deems that Thompson put a shove in Sean Smith there before he could chase onto the long ball. So it's going to be a free kick Marines' way.
Yeah, you can see there, going back to that again, those long balls up to the number 11, targeting Smith. Looks to be hobbling a little bit, maybe just came down awkwardly. But I think they'll probably keep going back to those balls because it was working for them earlier in the game. But I think for us, it's a good position to be in. 1-0 up away from home. Now we can sort of sit in a bit, be tactical, be clever with game management and things like that. So I think Neil Young so far will be happy with the performance.
Isherwood slips as he takes the free kick, towards Bunny, who can control, gets out wide now to Solomon. On his left foot, tries to return it to Bunny. Cleared away by Thornley. Throw in for Marine, and it's looks like Jordan Lucy is going to step up to take. So another chance to launch one into the penalty area from Lucy. Centre-back Spittle and Wardle made their way forward. Bunny in there as well. Good throw in, flicked on by Wardle. Can Bunny take it down? It goes down, referee waves play on. Shout for a penalty there for Marine. But here's Ayibo, looking to launch a counter-attack for Radcliffe. Can't catch up with him. Scarisbrick, he gets past Solomon Davis. Off his line, well, is Isherwood. He takes down Ayibo. It goes down, referee, no doubt in his mind, points to the spot. Penalty for Radcliffe. What are your thoughts on that, Adam?
We've had a great angle of it here, and he's just done enough to poke it past the keeper. Obviously, it's his first game. It's not how you'd want to start. It is a penalty, but Ayibo's just brilliant there to knock it past Isherwood. It's unfortunate because if he'd have drawn his arms back, the ball's definitely going out of play. The player's not getting on the end of it. But it's the risk you take when you come out with a ball like that. I think you just got to praise Ayibo in that situation.
And it is the number 9, Joe Pigott, who places the ball on the spot. Can Liam Isherwood make amends from that penalty? Pigott to take. Pigott scores. Radcliffe 1, Marine 1 from the penalty spot from Joe Pigott.
It's a great penalty. Isherwood goes the right way, but it's high enough that he can't quite get to it. Obviously a disappointing start to this game for him, but you've just got to praise the quality of Radcliffe in that series of play.
Within a matter of seconds, Joe Bunny goes down inside the penalty area, shouts for a penalty. Referee Ashley Royston waves play on. Within about 30 seconds, up at the other end, Jude Ayibo skipped past everyone, goes down under challenge from Liam Isherwood, the lone goalkeeper. And we are level. Long ball forward.
Yeah, that penalty at the far end, I think it would have been soft had it been given on Bunny. I'd like to have seen him just try to pull the trigger a bit earlier when he brought the ball down. But he had his back to goal. He would have done well to get a good shot off. I thought he maybe could have laid it off to someone, but I don't know what options were in front of him. Again, I think you just got to praise Radcliffe. Went from back to front really quickly. Ayibo drove at Solomon Davies. I think Solomon Davies maybe could have held himself a bit better and forced him a bit wider, but it is what it is.
Ayibo now looks to spread it wide to O'Brien. On the front foot, good challenge in there from Solomon Davis. Back to Torre, he can scoop it forward up towards Bunny. Clearance from Thornley, out for a Marine throw-in in a right-back position. About 10 minutes to go until the half-time whistle. Now level at Staten Park. It's Radcliffe 1, Marine 1. Big game in the race for the playoffs. Throw down the line from Solomon Davis, looking for Scarisbrick. Last touch came off of a Radcliffe man, and it will be Solomon Davis thrown once more. Looking for options down the line. Charlie Doyle offers himself. Here's Torre. Can't quite control. And O'Brien can clear, but here's Doyle looking to quickly scoop it into Scarisbrick. Back to Bunny now. Can he spread the play over towards Solomon? He comes inside, controls it, goes down under challenge. It will be a free kick for Marine. Very much shooting territory for Sol Solomon.
Yeah, and it's what he's great at. Receiving the ball, just slightly nicking the ball away from his man, getting the defenders to bite, stick a foot in, wins the free kick. And it's definitely a great shooting area for him. But again, Bunny, nice work. Winning the ball back, spraying it out to him. He's got a great work ethic for someone. It reminds me of Wout Weghorst so far, for those of you who follow Man United.
There's a crowd of Marine players around the ball. Joe Bunny, Sol Solomon, Jordan Lussey's now leaving the lineup. You would imagine it would be Sol Solomon.
He's got that quality.
A regular taker in his Jersey Bulls days. Scorer of great goals. Can he add one to his portfolio today? Joe Bunny lines up, but here is Solomon. Tries to beat the keeper, gets down well. He went low. Smart save in the end from Stewart. Cleared up towards Ayibo, but now Solomon Davis can pick it up. Down the line to Torre. Not the best touch from Torre, but he manages to return it to Solomon Davis. Under challenge from Ayibo. And it's out for a throw-in.
Yeah, I don't mind Solomon trying that. Maybe if you're going to try that, you've got to either try hit it really hard or go a bit higher. But he's tested the keeper there. He's got it on target, and with the state of the pitch, you know, any bobble could take you past the keeper. But in those situations, you want to test the keeper. That's what he did.
Launched into the box now by Lussey. A couple of men go down in the penalty area, but the free kick goes Radcliffe's way. So Josh Wardle, the man involved from a Marine standpoint. Tom Stewart to take the free kick. Long kick taken up towards Thompson yet again. It's bounced back up off the ground and off his hand. Free kick is given just inside his own half. Lussey thought about taking it quickly, but leaves it in the end to Wardle. He's got Spittle square, and he does use Spittle now. Long diagonal from Johnny Spittle up towards Bunny. Headed away by Brewster. Bunny was offside. What do you make of Joe Bunny's opening 40 minutes in the Marine shirt?
I think he's had a really good work ethic. He's been across that front line, trying to receive the ball, trying to get on the end of balls up to him. And for someone of his size, like I said, he's got a bit of a turn of pace about him, and he looks relatively calm on the ball. I just think he might benefit from maybe having Solomon a bit closer to him, or having Torre a bit closer to him. So instead of having those players really stretching the pitch, have someone, even maybe a Scarisbrick, just push him forward a little bit when those balls go up to him to try and win those second balls.
Up towards Jake Thompson for Radcliffe, but it's cleared away by Smith. Up towards Bunny, who flicks on, but Brewster will watch that one safely out of play for a Radcliffe throw. Will be Brewster to take. Takes it back to Smith. Smith all the way back to the goalkeeper, Stewart. Tries to spread it up towards Gravisky, but Lucy, who can deal with that one all the way back to Isherwood. Long ball forward from the goalkeeper up towards Bunny. The last touch came off of Rick Smith before it rolled back to Tom Stewart.
See, in those situations there where Isherwood gets it up to Bunny, he wins the flick on, but Solomon and Torre just too wide. They don't have time to get on the end of those headers.
Radcliffe come forward now, but it's good challenging there from Lucy in the left back position. Smith tries to play it forward, but Gravisky has it now for Radcliffe, cleared away by Johnny Spittle. Solomon will give chase, but in the end it runs out of play for a Radcliffe throw in a right back position. Brewster to get us back underway quickly. Back to Rick Smith. All the way back now to the goalkeeper. Sends it up towards Ayibo, but it's headed away by Spittle. Taken down now by Scarisbrick in the centre circle. Back to Lucy, tries to spread it wide left over towards Solomon. Too much on that one. And we are back where we started with a Radcliffe throw-in. Just 2 minutes to go until the half-time break. Currently one apiece here at Staten Park. Josh Wardle opened the scoring with a header from a Sol Solomon corner before Jude Ayibo was tripped inside the penalty area by debutant goalkeeper Liam Isherwood. Joe Pigott made absolutely no mistake from the penalty area. Long ball forward from Isherwood up towards Charlie Doyle. Can't quite win the header. Adams clears. Here's Johnny Spittle now. Looks to launch one up towards Bunny. Too much on that, and it runs all the way through to Tom Stewart. Into the final minute of the first half, plus potentially a minute or two at a time. Long ball up towards Thompson, was headed away by Wardle. Brewster looks down the line now for Radcliffe, away from Wardle. Final touch comes off a Radcliffe man, and it's out for a Marine throw-in. Sean Smith to take. Smith down the line, he's got Charlie Doyle. And it is Doyle to try and flick on. Up towards Solomon, can't quite take it down, but here's Bunny now. Has it nicked off him by Joyce. Wide now with O'Brien. He's been quiet in the last 5 or 10 minutes. Here's Ayibo down the line for him. Tries to play it further down the line, but it's picked up by Spittle. All the way back to Isherwood now. Just for 1 minute added on at the end of the first half, indicated there by the fourth official. One kick from Isherwood up towards Torre. Just about stays in play. Landed on a patchy bit of pitch up in the left back position for Radcliffe. Final touch came off of the Radcliffe man, and it's out for a throw-in. Throw from O'Brien for Radcliffe, flicked on by Pigott. Well, Wardle can head it forward now for Torre. Might just fall for Bunny. Solomon tries his luck now. just sat up for him on the half volley. Not the worst effort there, Adam. Goal kick from Tom Stewart will most likely be the last action of the first half.
Just a pet peeve of mine when referees do this. They wait for the goal kick to be taken and immediately blow the whistle. There's no point.
I think the referee has just put the whistle in his mouth, and there is the half-time whistle. Josh Wardle opened the scoring 26 minutes from a Sol Solomon corner. Second goal of the season for Josh Wardle. But Judah Ebo raced into the penalty area at the other end, tripped up by debutant goalkeeper Liam Isherwood. The referee pointed to the spot, but Joe Pigott made absolutely no mistake. At half-time, it's Radcliffe 1, Marine 1. Join us in 15 minutes for the second half. Good afternoon and welcome back to today's coverage of the pitching in Northern Premier League. Currently 1-1 at Staton Park. Josh Wardle's goal from a corner cancelled out late on in the half by a Joe Pigott penalty. It's been a fairly even game. Both sides have struggled at times to string a few passes together, but they've both enjoyed spells in possession. We are finally poised for a big second half in the race for a playoff spot in the Northern Premier League. I'm joined by Adam Tiffin today. Adam, what did you make of that first half?
It's a tough watch, and it's been a really scrappy game, and I think you could tell that before the game even started with some of the darker patches on the pitch. It was going to be hard to get the ball down, move it about, and I think it'll probably be the same here. That's why it's handy to have the new man Bunny up top. I think he's played well. Isherwood in net has had a bit more of a shaky game, but I say that he's only really made 2 mistakes. Obviously one of them led to the penalty, but I think it's more just good play from the Radcliffe forward. I think it'll probably be more of the same in the second half. Long balls up to Bunny, although a bit easier with us playing up the slope, but should be a competitive game as it was in the first half.
Radcliffe just about ready to get us back underway for the second half, attacking the goal which we are currently sat behind. Marine in their usual strip of white and black, Radcliffe in all blue. There has been a half-time change for Radcliffe. Ewan Bange has made his way onto the pitch. We'll just try and check the numbers and see who has gone off for him. There's Joe Bunny looks to attack now for Marine. Square ball looking for Scarisbrick. Adams cuts it out and clears it away. Cleared away at the other end by Spittle. Throw down the line for Lewis Earle, who looks to have been subbed on as well at half time. We'll just have a moment to try and see who's made way for Lewis Earle here. There wasn't much of an announcement for it. Apologies on that one. We'll update you as we figure it out. Wide now with Michael Brewster for Radcliffe. Down the line, looking for Thompson. Down the line from Sean Smith. Adams back to Brewster, looking to get a ball into the box. Might just lay it back off for Adams into the centre, away from Wardle. Wardle takes a whack in the back of the head from Liam Isherwood and has stayed down. Back to his feet now is Charlie Doyle, sorry. Good corner ball in, it's headed away by Johnny Spittle.
Then headed back in by Rick Smith. And then Solomon will get onto the second ball.
Solomon picks it up now on the halfway line, looking for a run down the line, and Scarisbrick's made a good run. Oh, good challenge in there from O'Brien. Very strong challenge on Solomon. Charlie Doyle picks up again, and here's Solomon, slightly heavy touch. Can he get into the penalty area? He goes down on the edge of the box to the left of the penalty area. It will be a free kick. Confirmation of that Marine substitution. It's Mo Torre who's made way for Lewis Earle.
I don't mind that substitution from Neil. Gives us a bit more of an assurance in the middle of the park, and Earle also provides that size and a bit of composure on the ball that we might not have had in the first half.
Now, normally you would say this was more of a crossing position for Solomon, but we have seen him attempt the shot from these positions before. To the left of the penalty area, 2-man wall consisting of Michael Brewster and Nicky Adams. Wardle and Spittle have made their way forward, as has Lewis Earl. Solomon steps up, tries his luck straight into the wall, falls for Scarisbrick. Spittle tries to keep it alive. Here's Smith now as it's cleared away. Can only thread it through all the way to Tom Stewart. Comfortable for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's been 4 minutes, still Radcliffe 1, Marine 1 if you're just joining us on Radcliffe Radio. Tom Stewart kicks that one long.
One ball forward from Stewart. It's headed away by Doyle. Joyce with a big switch of play over towards Brewster. Can't quite take it down first time. And then looks like he's run out of space, but Smith gets a challenge in. Gives away a throw-in.
Challenge came in and poked that one out of play for a throw-in. Now he'll have it.
Chance for Brewster now to find a couple of options ahead of him.
He goes to Grivos, who sets it. Looks to send it back to him, but the touch
Brewster will get another dig at it.
Allowed that one to go behind for yet another
Into
throw, which Jake
Thompson. Chests it down. Back heels back to Brewster. Cleared away by Wardle. Here's Solomon now. Just has it nicked off him by Adams. Lewis Earl heads away.
Then headed back in by Luke Joyce.
And then Spittle with the big clearance up towards Bunny. Controls it well. Shrugs off a man. Tries to thread it through for Solomon. Too much on that one. And it will run through to Stewart.
Sorry, Joe Bunny was
A little bit too much on that ball through from Bunny. Gave Solomon some work to do. Not quite able to latch on to the end of that one. That's for ball though, isn't it, Adam?
Yeah, unfortunately he couldn't play that ball through in behind because Solomon had made the run. I actually think he probably should have played it earlier, given himself a bit more chance, but he just didn't see the run until it was slightly too late, and surprised that he overhit the pass considering the slope going uphill.
Solomon Davis wins the ball back deep inside his own half. It's nicked off him though. Ball into the box, and it might just run through for Thompson. Just ahead of him and out for a goal kick. Little warning sign for Marine there.
Yeah, it's been the same throughout the first half as well. Just little warning signs here and there, just coming close at Radcliffe. They didn't have any massively brilliant opportunities after that Piggott chance in the opening sort of 10 minutes. But they've had chances where they've just gone close. They've, you held your breath a bit. So Marine have got to be solid here. And I think Earl, it looks like we've gone to almost a back five of him. So he's maybe just gone into to shore things up a bit.
The ball just bounces away from Solomon Davis, and Ayibo tries to charge away, but Solomon Davis back well defensively. Tries the ball down the line, cleared away by Thornley. Up into the chest of Banj. Into Ayibo, who is toppled by Solomon Davis. A great battle transpiring between those two. Ayibo this time gets the better of Solomon Davis, wins inside a free kick. It's a long way out, it'll be a crossing position. Nicky Adams stood over the ball.
Nicky Adams to deliver this one in plenty of shirts flooding forward, including new signing Ewan Banj. Nicky Adams with a free
Radcliffe looking to make something off this very deep free kick. It is inside the Marine half, but the big men have gone up from the back, including Smith and Thornley. It's absolutely fizzing towards the near post, headed away by Wardle brilliantly. Solomon can't quite control it, but Spittle can clear it further. Looking to spread it wide now to Bunny. Clatters into Thornley, got his body in the way and wins inside a free kick. Otherwise, Bunny was latching onto that one.
It's clever play just to get across his man. He didn't have any intention of going for the ball there. Did the number 6, but he ran across Bunny. Was always going to get tripped up, and the referee's always going to give it, unfortunately.
Delayed momentarily. Midway inside the Radcliffe half. More of their central one towards
Slight pause in getting the game back underway. Scarisbrick stops to tie his shoelaces for the second time today.
Towards the left-hand side where you've got Judy Evo and Ewan Banj.
Smith with a long ball forward. Rick Smith, that is, looking for Banj. Headed away by Doyle. Adams can spread it wide now to Brewster. He's got Thompson wide of him. Can he keep it in? Not quite. It's out for a Marine throw-in. In a deep left-back position, Sean Smith will take. fact, it looks like Sean Smith might be leaving for Josh Wardle. Josh Wardle got a little bit more length on his throw-ins. Launches it down the line, looking for Bunny. Controls it well, wins another throw-in on the halfway line. Down the line, looking for Solomon, stretches to try and control it just ahead of him. Thornley now. Solomon keeping that pressure on. Clears it away in the end, but Lucy can pick up. Doyle now tries to back heel it into Lucy. Here's Adams. His clearance is headed away by Smith, but here's Gravisti. Wide now to Ayibo, the danger man for Radcliffe. Held up by Earl, and Spittle's gone sliding in. Had to get that one right, and he did inside the penalty area. Earl can bring it away now. Down the line, looking for Bunny. Absolutely all over the front line for Marine today. Bags of energy. O'Brien looks to charge forward down the left wing for Radcliffe. Not quite on the same wavelength as his teammate Gravosti there. Will be a throw-in for Marine. Looks like Lewis Earl will be the man to take. Looks to launch it down the line, looking for Doyle or Bunny. Doyle closest to it. Bunny might just be able to slide it through to Solomon. Linesman's flag was up. Must have been tight, that. Looked for a moment as if he timed it perfectly, but the linesman wasted no time in putting his flag up there. Back underway now with this long free kick from Stewart. Headed away, and Scarisbrick might just be able to keep that one in. Not quite. Out for a throw-in on the halfway line to be taken by Brewster.
We seem a lot more assured in our passing when we're playing those balls in behind. I know Solomon was offside there, but I think because of the slope, it allows us to try and put a bit more zip on it in these tricky conditions. It helps the ball get through, and we've just got a bit more confidence in our play.
Doyle switches play over towards Solomon Davis, who will look to get round O'Brien. It's a good race there. Solomon Davis, can he get into the penalty area? Good defending in there from O'Brien, and then the tug back from Solomon Davis. Top defending again from Conor O'Brien. He's had a fantastic game on that left-hand side.
Yeah, he's been really, really good, especially there to stop Solomon Davies, who's got such raw power and pace. To hold him up and win the free kick like that, he looks like some player.
So a free kick, Radcliffe's way. Stewart, the taker once more. Looks to launch it down the line, looking for Banj. Charlie Doyle can only tap it back into the path of Banj. It might fall for Gravisti. High and wide in the end from the number 7. The best effort there from 25 yards out. The ball just running across his body and had a whack at it. Isherwood get to be tested really, other than the penalty. Not made a save from memory, Adam, unless you can remind me of one. But a long ball up towards Solomon, which is eventually cleared away by Sean Smith, and it might just fall for Solomon once more. Tries to tap it round Brewster. Back to the goalkeeper, Stewart, who manages to beat Bunny to the ball. Clears it long. Charlie Doyle now just waits for the ball to drop to him. Solomon Davis nicks in. Here's Nicky Adams, looking to lead the counter charge for Radcliffe. Wide now to Thompson. He's got Sean Smith looking to hold him up. Back to Adams. Well, good tracking back there from Solomon. It's Charlie Doyle. Spreads it wide to Solomon Davis. He's got a little bit of space ahead of him, but O'Brien coming across now to cover. Taps it through the legs of O'Brien and takes a tumble. The referee having none of it. Yibo looks to hold it up, but here's Lucy now. Looks to charge it down the line. Good cover in there from Thornley. Back to the goalkeeper, Stewart. Just under an hour played here at Staten Park. A goal apiece. So Lewis Earl looks to get us back underway with his throw in a right back position, just inside the Marine half.
Joel to tell you about the Northern Premier League. Marsk United now reduced the deficit to 1.
Tries to find Bunny with the throw in, but it just bounces over his head and cleared away by Smith. Solomon Davis looks to spray it down the line, but it's nicked off him and it's wide. Right now with Thompson for Radcliffe. Brewster tries to deliver into the box, but Wardle intercepts and clears away. Looking down the line for Solomon, but Rick Smith will send it forward again, looking for Banj. Over his head and into the hands of Isherwood.
The game's opened up a lot here, as both teams probably start to tire. A lot more counter-attacks, a lot more end-to-end, probably some more fouls as well. I think it would be good to try and get Solomon or Scarisbrick a bit closer to Bunny, just to give him some help up top.
Ball from Wardle, back to the goalkeeper Isherwood. Got a little bit of time to clear this one. Takes a tumble as he hits it. It's headed away by Rick Smith. Sean Smith might be able to pick it up now. Skids off his studs. Solomon just about manages to get the ball back to Lucy. And we are back with Isherwood. Bunny taking up a position to the left-hand side. Before crossing the pitch once more. And a central one up towards Bunny. Ooh, couldn't quite get enough of a connection on it to hold it up for Scarisbrick there, and it skids off his head through to Isherwood's opposite number, Stewart. As we pass the hour mark. Long ball forward from Stewart up towards Banj. It's headed away. Doyle can't quite thread that through. With the right power for Solomon, runs all the way through to Stewart.
10 goals in all competitions so far this season.
Is Brewster now the right back for Radcliffe? Infield to Nicky Adams. Starting to see a little bit more of a ball in the second half. Brewster once more, just inside the Marine half. It's Nicky Adams.
Now Rick Smith.
Smith now down the line. His pass is picked up by Doyle. Scarisbrick into the feet of Bunny. Linesman's flag stays down. Here's Doyle again. 30 yards from goal. Threads it through to Solomon. Can't quite take it in his stride. Cuts back onto his right foot. Lays it off for Bunny, who tried his luck. Closed down well by Brewster. It's cleared away. As Wardle goes down under challenge from Banj, I think it was. And Banj picks up the first yellow card of the afternoon.
Yeah, it's really good play between the three of them there. Bunny, Doyle and Solomon. Nice interplay. And Solomon just couldn't get it out with his feet. You could see it bobbling as he was trying to load up that shot. Unfortunately, the man just got back in time when he was about to shoot. Great chances, and I think a rightful booking there on Banj for that elbow to Wardle.
First booking of the afternoon goes the way of a substitute, Ewan Banj. A chance to get Spittle and Wardle up from the back once more. Wardle, back to his feet after that challenge from Banj. Sean Smith just inside the Radcliffe half. It's long and diagonal up towards Wardle. It might just fall in the centre. It's cleared away for now by Thornley. It will come again through Charlie Doyle. Good challenge in there from O'Brien, and it's a chance for Lucy to take ownership of this throw-in. Centre-backs have stayed forward. Spittle has now made his way back. Lucy now looking to launch one in towards the near post. Flicked on by Wardle. If it could fall for Solomon, just doesn't quite drop for Bunny. Off his line well is Stewart, and he rolls it out quickly for Adams. He's got Thompson to his right, cuts back inside, and plays a left-footed ball through to Thompson. Thompson can keep it in. Can he cross the ball in with enough accuracy? Right across the penalty area. Cleared the way by Lucy. Calmly done. Out wide to Solomon Davis. It's Charlie Doyle now. Looking for the run of Solomon, who will give chase. Second favourite to get there. Ollie Thornley ahead of him now. Holds the ball up. Under a bit of pressure from Solomon. It's good pressing from the forward. Cleared away to Adams. Wide now to Brewster, who's got a bit of space to run into. Instead plays it into the feet of Gravisti. Back to O'Brien, who can't quite control, and Wardle's come a long way out of his defensive setup to put some pressure on, but Grivosti will drive forward now into the penalty area, just ahead of Ayibo, and it's run behind for a goal kick.
In that situation there where the number 6, Thornley, had it in the corner, Solomon was on his back, and he cleared it, and it's gone straight to Nicky Adams in the middle of the pitch, and there's no one around him trying to challenge for the ball. I know we're playing that 5 at the back, but they haven't got tons of play. It's like they're playing 4 forwards up there. You can afford for an Alex Earl to push on into that midfield when we've got the pressure on, and then you've got Wardle not having to bomb out.
About 65 minutes played here at Stainton Park now. Still a goal apiece, still a point apiece as it stands. The draw not really much good for either side as they want to reclaim playoff positions. Here's Jake Thompson now on the edge of the Marine penalty area, looking to dart down the right hand side. Gets the ball into the box, gathered by Isherwood. Rolls it out quickly for Solomon Davis. He's got the run of Bunny down the line. He controls it well. Back now to Doyle. Doyle will look to dart down the right wing. Good challenge in there from Joyce. Linesman says that the final touch came off of Charlie Doyle, and it will be a throw-in for the hosts. O'Brien now with the throw down the line, looking for Banj. Holds the ball up well, and final touch off a Marine man, out for a throw-in. Is O'Brien. Won back well by Scarisbrick. Tries for diagonal over towards Bunny. Brewster just dropped back into position just in time to sweep up and away from Rick Smith. Headed away by Earl. Lucy wide now to Wardle. Wardle with a long one forward, looking for a run over the top. Running behind, sorry. Picked up now by Solomon, 30 yards from goal. Doyle will look to dink it back over to Joe Bunny. Brewster nicks it off him and clears away. Lucy looks to keep it alive, but out for a throw-in.
It's so scrappy, this game. It's just chances. Bunny in there getting played in behind, but Brewster, to be fair, they're both Radcliffe fullbacks have done really well getting back in behind to cover for their centre-backs at times this game. But just no clear-cut chances. A lot of long balls hitting back and forth. Nobody able to really control the ball properly. And looks like 2 relatively tired teams that expect changes soon.
It's Charlie Doyle for Marine now in a left-back position. It's nicked off him, and Jake Thompson looks to come away with it. Good challenge in there from Smith. Lucy looks to switch for play over towards Solomon Davis, who's pushed on. Tries to get round O'Brien. But O'Brien is a level to it. Headed away for clearance by Lewis Earl. And there is a man down in a high position for Radcliffe. Just trying to get a good view of who's gone down. Looks like it might be Thompson, and he does not look happy. As we've got a slight break in play, we'll just run through a few scores in the Northern Premier League this afternoon. So it's Ashton United 1, Morpeth Town 0, Bamber Bridge 0, Stalybridge Celtic 0, Gainsborough Trinity 0, Whitby Town 0, Hyde United 0, Warrington Rylands 1, Liversedge 0, Belper Town 1. Big game at the bottom of the table there. Marske United 1, Guiseley 2, Matlock Town 1, FC United of Manchester 0, Nantwich Town 1, Atherton Collieries 1, South Shields 1, Lancaster City 0, and Warrington Town 1, Stafford Rangers 0. So not exactly bags of goals up the Northern Premier League. A lot of 0-0s there.
Yeah, a lot of games and results you could be able to capitalise on, but unfortunately, you know, we were at half-time, roughly half-time, within a point of Radcliffe, or within at least a few spaces of Radcliffe, and now we're sitting currently in 10th, they're currently in 5th.
Gainsborough Trinity now a goal down to Whitby Town, a result that would see them drop out of the playoffs in place of Radcliffe. And here is Thompson back to his feet now in the penalty area, tries to send one across the box. Inaccurate with this cross, and it's out for a goal kick. We're about three quarters of the way through the match. Still we are level at Radcliffe. It's been a very even game. Both sides have had the spells. Which way do you see it going from here, Adam? Or is it too close to call? Which way do you see it going, Adam?
This seems like a game that'll be won in the last minute by a cross into the box, 2 tall strikers. But I think from the evidence of the last sort of 10-15 minutes, I'd look to lean towards Marine. Obviously, we have a slight bias, but ignore that. I think we've been the better team in terms of chances created in the last 10 minutes and just causing worry amongst the home fans.
Throw in for Marine to be taken by Lewis Hill over on that right hand side. It's headed up and away by Joyce and further away now by Smith. Solomon with the challenge in there. Thompson picks it up for the home side. He's had a fairly quiet afternoon. The ball forward from Doyle. Looking for the run of Bunny. Swept up by the goalkeeper Tom Stewart. Up towards Ayebo. He's got a bit of space to run into as it bounces over Solomon Davis into the penalty area. Needs to be careful. The cross is palmed away and just about dealt with in the end by Liam Isherwood. Made a little bit of a meal of it at first, but managed to gather at the second attempt. That's the first real spark from Judy Ebo in his second half. He was one of the best players on the pitch in the first half. Just drew the penalty. O'Brien looks to play a quick one over the top for Gravosti, but it's Ishwood this time off his line very quickly.
I think he's been good, to be fair. First half he had a bit of a shaky clearance and obviously gave away the penalty, but most goalkeepers give away that penalty in that situation. But for the times he has been called upon, I think he's looked calm.
Doyle looks to poke it forward for Marine, but it's picked up in there by Nicky Adams, who's got space to run into. Looking for options to the side of him, into the box now for Banj. It's controlled, but challenging there from Smith, away from Isherwood. Isherwood thought about picking it up there, but in the end decided to not take the chance and just cleared it away. O'Brien looks down the line for Ayebo now. Looks to play it back out wide to O'Brien. Gravosti tries his luck from about 20 yards. Looked to curl one into the far corner, but not for the first time this afternoon. He's fired it high and wide. Gravosti finding the bit of space on a few occasions, about 20-25 yards.
Yeah, he just needs to be a bit calmer there. I think in those situations, you don't need to try fire it into the top corner. You just need to get a bit of power behind it, but just work the keeper.
It's not the best goal kick from Isherwood, and Smith has to play it back to him quickly. He's done well to control it and clear away. In the end, it's a no-nonsense clearance from Isherwood, and it's out for a throw-in a right-back position for Radcliffe. It's Brewster. Back to Smith, and all the way across to Thornley. Tries to play it into midfield now in Adams. The captain got a bit of space to run into. Into the box again from Adams. Ayebo unable to latch onto the end of it, and here's Joyce, tries his luck from 25 yards. Comfortably wide in the end there from Joyce.
It's just poor play there from Solomon Davies. He just needs to. I know he thinks he sees a man, but in those situations you don't really want to be playing into the middle of a crowded park when you're in and around the edge of your box.
Playing with fire there. One ball forward from Isherwood. collected in the centre by Scarisbrick, tries to take it down, takes a tumble, wins a free kick. Sean Smith will once again take, as he has done in these deep positions throughout the match. Very central. It's going to take a very good delivery to carve something from this angle. It's in towards the back post where Charlie Doyle will rise for it. Might just fall for him. Good challenge in there from O'Brien. Out for a Marine throw-in. Roars of cheers from the Marine faithful. As Jordan Lussey picks the ball up. Another chance to launch one into the penalty area. This is an ideal position for a Jordan Lussey throw-in. In towards the near post, but it's away. Ward asked the question of the referee. Should he have had a penalty? Nothing given. Cleared away all the way through to Isherwood, who can gather inside the penalty area. Drops the ball and plays it long, very straight with the long ball up towards Bunny. Falls wide for O'Brien, but it's nicked off him by Doyle. Tries the first time ball into the box, looking for Solomon. Headed away by Rick Smith. Good defending in there. Out for another Marine throw-in. It will be Lussey once more. Quarter of an hour to go. Can either side carve out a winner here? It's Marine on top at the moment. Another Lussey throw-in. As Marine look to keep pace with those in the playoff positions. Charlie Doyle's in there. Josh Wardle's in there. Just in towards the near post, headed away by Joyce. Scarisbrick looks to keep it alive now. But O'Brien away, only as far as Lussey. Gets the ball deep one in towards the back post. Tom Stewart quickly off his line to gather, and he rolls out quickly for Adams. Adams with space ahead of him once again. Jake Thompson's made the run inside, but Brewster has come forward to join the attack into Thompson in the penalty area. In towards the back post. Yibo might be able to gather that, but it's cleared away by Solomon Davis. Just looking at the bench, Adam, is there any further changes that you have made? Just a reminder of the bench is Luke Clark, Lucas Weir, James Barrigan and Alex Doyle, the options there. Ball into the box from Grivosti. Banj got underneath it and Isherwood off his line well to gather that one. So just looking at the bench, Adam, is there any changes that you would make at this stage?
The only one I'd look to at the moment would probably be Lucas Weir, just because he's got that bit of quality in delivery, and I think at this point in the game, you're going to need that quality.
Stop me there as Scarisbrick has threaded it through to Solomon, and he's just unable to gather that one. He does well to keep the ball in the end, but it's Sean Smith. Spreads it out wide now to Solomon Davis. Can he get the ball into the back post? No one's there. Brewster heads away. It's Scarisbrick once again. He'll try his luck. Deflects behind for a corner. Good chance for Marine there.
It's great opportunity there. Solomon again just can't get it quite out of his feet. Moves it over to Solomon Davies. Looks like James Barrigan's getting lined up to come on here. Corner for us. We just need to sometimes just have that confidence to let the trigger go, test the goalkeeper. And Lussey's shot there, just get in the corner, get a deflection, get a chance for us.
So another corner for Sol Solomon. The source of the opening goal of this afternoon. What can Marine make of this set piece? In towards the back post, it's a deep one. Hill keeps it in. Cleared away by a Radcliffe man. Up towards Yibo. Smith, the company. Yibo goes down. Smith nicks it off him. Good defending there from Sean Smith. Back to Solomon Davis. O'Brien can clear away. Joyce into Adams. Now Brewster. Keep the ball well to Radcliffe. Here's Smith. Square ball. Thornley. O'Brien will look to charge forward now down the left wing. He's got Yibo with him. He gets past Solomon Davis. He's got the beating of him into the penalty area, onto his right foot. They need to stop him. Earl manages to do so. Clears away, but only as far as Joyce. 25 yards from goal. Here's O'Brien. Looking for the return ball of Ayibo. He picks it up into the box again. And he goes down. And he points to the penalty spot for the second time this afternoon. The referee, Ashley Royston. Jude Ayibo turned his man on the byline. Went down, and the referee wasted no time in blowing his whistle. Second penalty of the match. Golden chance for Radcliffe.
Yeah, we don't have a great angle of that, but it was a great turn from Ayibo to get past Solomon Davies. It's been a great battle all day. And he was behind him. He looked like he's maybe just clipped his heels. It's hard for us to call that one, but you got to probably say the referee's got a better angle, and it's probably the right decision.
Chance for Ewan Bange off the bench. And it's saved by Liam Isherwood. He faces second penalty of the afternoon. And this time, he's level to it. Down well, it's not a great penalty from Ewan Bange, the substitute. Came on in place of Joe Piggott, the man who scored the first penalty. And it's a fantastic save by Isherwood on his debut.
Can I just say, that is a horrendous penalty. He may as well have told Isherwood where he was going. He's just dribbled it down to Isherwood's right.
And Solomon Davis is absolutely halved there by O'Brien. A little bit of frustration maybe, and it should be a yellow card for the left back. Chance of off from the Marine faithful, but just a yellow card will suffice on this occasion. Into the final 10 minutes. Big save there from Liam Isherwood. A couple of changes for Marine. James Barragan makes his way onto the pitch in place of Andrew Scarisbrick. What do you make of his performance this afternoon, Adam?
I think he's been his usual self, been lively, been in and around the game all the time, always looking to get the ball.
Barragan, first involvement into the centre. Referee blows his whistle, gives a... Yeah, it's going to be retaken, that free kick. I think the substitute hadn't quite made his way off the pitch. Well, another chance for Barragan to get a dangerous ball into the box. It wasn't the best first effort, but he will get another roll of the dice here. As we were in towards the back post, it's punched away by Stewart. Might fall for Barragan. Tries his luck, blocked in a very busy penalty area. Adams with space to clear it away, but instead he goes back to his goalkeeper, Stewart. Stewart with a long clearance. Headed away by Wardle. Picked up in the centre by Adams once again. It's loose. Lucas Weir, who has also been brought on. Picks it up in the centre there. But Radcliffe win it back, and it's wide now with Brewster. Into the feet of Joyce, and wide again with Brewster. Just looking for options behind him to Smith. It's Thornley now, and all the way across to O'Brien. O'Brien looks to get down the line. He dummy run of Ayibo, and he gets past two to the byline, into the penalty area now to Bange and Grivosti. Here's Smith in towards the back post, but Bange unable to latch onto that one. So in case you missed it in there, Lucas Weir has also been brought on. We're just trying to work out who's made way there. While we figure that one out, there is another change for Radcliffe as Luca Navarro makes way onto the pitch, the top goal scorer, starting on the bench today. comes on in place of Matt Grivosti. Long goal kick from Isherwood. Up towards Weir. Free kick given the way of Radcliffe. Berrigan boots the ball away. I believe it's Solomon Davis that has made way for Lucas Weir. Jordan Lussey is slotted in at right back, for the time being at least. Long ball forward with this free kick from Thornley. Here's Adams. Might just fall for him, 25 yards from goal, but he's pushed wide by Solomon. Here's Bruce, skips past a couple of players, dinks it in towards the near post. Yibo looks to flick it on. Away by Spittle. And further away once more. Up towards Bunny. Can he take it down? Not quite. Smith nicks it off his toe, and O'Brien with the ball forward. Up towards Yibo. But Earl can clear down by the corner flag on the right hand side. So Solomon Davis off as well there. Adam, what did you make of his performance this afternoon?
I think he was really tested today by Ebo down the left-hand side, and even when he was going forward, he struggled up against O'Brien. It's quite an athletic left-hand side Radcliffe have got. So it was a big test for him, especially went to a 5 at the back. He had a lot of running to do up and down that right-hand side. I think it was probably the right decision to bring him off, especially after giving away the penalty. He looked a bit tired, and especially to bring on fresh and skillful legs like Weir.
A clearance up towards Bunny, who can take it down, spread it wide now to Berrigan, who will give you bags of energy, especially off the bench. Slide in there from Brewster. Out for a marine throw-in. Sean Smith. Sean Smith, a man with the ball in his hand, but he might just leave it for Wardle. So a chance for Wardle to launch down the line up towards Bunny through the legs of Matt Smith, and Solomon's in the box now with the ball across goal. Just waited for someone to slide in, but no one was there. Solomon arguing that a final touch came off a Radcliffe man. I think it might have evaded everyone there, and it's out for a Radcliffe throw-in.
I don't know how the referee's not seen or at least heard that. He heard the clip of the boot, and it definitely wasn't one of our players, because most of our players were still trying to catch up to get into the box.
A big chance there, Solomon into the penalty area. Not really a shooting position, just tried to play it back across the 6-yard box. No one able to latch onto the end of that one. Clearance away now from Rick Smith, out for a marine throw-in. It's not the furthest clearance you'll ever see. Jordan Lussey now in a right-back position with the ball in hand. Of course, he may have been taking the throw-in anyway. Into the final 3 minutes. Lussey down the line for Bunny. Can he hold it up? Tries to beat his man. He's got the strength and eventually takes O'Brien down. It's good defending there again from O'Brien.
He's definitely been one of their better players today.
He's had a brilliant afternoon. It's Connor O'Brien. Dealt with Marine defensively and threatened going forward. Long ball forward from Tom Stewart. Headed up and not away from Charlie Doyle, but he wins the free kick. Just inside the Marine half, in a particularly swampy area of the pitch, shall we say. About 2.5 minutes to go, Adam, so I'll just ask you to start thinking about your Marine man of the match for the afternoon.
Will do.
Come back to you in a couple of minutes on that one. Lewis Earl sends a free kick forward into the penalty area. Wardle goes up and topples the goalkeeper. But Stewart gets up and doesn't make a meal of it. Fair play to him. You've seen a lot of goalkeepers that would make a meal of that one. His clearance is intercepted by Doyle, but he can only spread it wide to O'Brien, not the man you want to give it to. He's got a Yibo down the line, back to O'Brien, good 1-2 between those two. Lewis Earl's gone diving in, but it's a fantastic challenge. Had to get it right. Lots of force behind that slide. But Yibo wins it back. Square ball to Adams. He's got Brewster to his right. He might just try his luck here, Adams. He's dead. He dinks it in towards the back post. He's met acrobatically by Navarro. Would have been a spectacular goal from Luca Navarro.
Wouldn't it just?
Off the bench, but made a solid connection on the ball, just not the accuracy required. Saw his name up in lights there, Navarro. But it is out for a goal kick, which Liam Isherwood will take. It's his moment in the second half that may have confirmed a decent away point for Marine. Penalty save, of course. Still expect over 5 minutes to go into the final minute of regulation time. Throw down the line by O'Brien, a left back for Radcliffe. Instead leaves it for Rick Smith. Good throw down the line as well, but it's headed away by Spittle, only as far as man in Weir. Further clearance, but it's picked up at the other end by Rick Smith. Solomon and then Lucy looking to put the pressure on. Final touch off of Lucy. Launched down the line once again by Rick Smith into the body of Banj. Now here's Navarro. Good challenge in there from Wardle, but they've still got it back to Navarro. Smith comes across to clear, but they'll come again for O'Brien. Good challenge in there this time from Weir. 90 minutes played, Adam. Who's your Marine man of the match?
I think I'm going to have to give it to Johnny Spittle. I think he's been really good in challenges, making some last-ditch efforts, getting some key blocks in there. My other option would have maybe been Joe Bunny, who's been lively up top, but I don't think he's quite done enough. And Johnny Spittle's made some key challenges to keep things at the score it is.
There you go, your commentary man of the match there, presented by Adam Tiffin. Johnny Spittle. Been extremely solid for Marine in the last few months, especially. One of those many summer signings. Throw down the line from Lucy is put out of play by Bunny, and the throw in is launched down the line by Rick Smith, and Solomon might just be able to thread it through for Bunny. It's a dangerous ball across the box from Ollie Thornley, dealt with in the end. Adams will look to play it forward to Thompson. Can he play it wide to Brewster? Now here is Thompson once again. All the way back to the goalkeeper, Tom Stewart. Closed down by Bunny, but Stewart gets the ball away. There were 3 minutes added on at the end of the 90th minute. We've played about a minute and a half of that. Here's Rick Smith. Long clearance up towards Ayibo. Flicked on by Ayibo, and here's Navarro. Might just be watched out of play there by Spittle. Good defending once again. We're about a minute to go until the end of added time. As it stands with results across the league, Marine dropped to 10th. Still just 3 points off the playoff places, so it's extremely tight in the top half of the Northern Premier League. Still all to play for, a lot of football yet to be played. Long ball forward from Isherwood, looking for Bunny. Radcliffe man's won it, and Lucy will charge forward though with the ball. Stewart's off his line, well to gather the cross, rolls it out to Adams. Adams wide now to Thompson. Thompson in towards the centre. Oh, good defending in there from Lucy. Needed dealing with. Falls for Adams though on the edge of the box. Wide again to Brewster. He will look to get the ball into the box. No, down the line to Thompson. Thompson in towards the near post, away from Wardle. There is a Radcliffe man down inside their own half. I think it's Rick Smith. But there is the referee's full-time whistle at the end of the second half. We are a goal apiece. Those 2 goals in the first half. We open the scoring through Josh Wardle. Flicked on Sol Solomon's corner before a penalty from Joe Piggott. Before a penalty from Joe Piggott confirmed the point apiece for Radcliffe and Marine. Liam Isherwood made himself a hero in the second half as he kept out Ewan Banger's penalty after Jude Ayibo was fouled in the box for the second time this afternoon. At the end of the 90 minutes, it's Radcliffe 1, Marine 1. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week for the trip to Belper Town.
Bye-bye.